UK has recently announced a significant change in its immigration policy, which its government has described as the biggest shakeup in nearly 50 years. The statement was not made lightly. The proposed change will directly impact the thousands of Indians who have been hoping for a permanent future in the UK, that is ILR, Indefinite Leave to Remain. The UK's new Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, has recently announced a major amendment to the asylum laws, and just a few days later, she proposed sweeping changes to the ILR rules as well. This change is not just a legal adjustment, it is a step that will affect people's dreams, their timelines, their family plans, and the future direction of their lives. First, it is essential to understand that in the UK, ILR settlement was previously typically granted after 5 years. People from countries like India, among others, would move to the UK with the hope that if they worked hard for 5 years, paid taxes, and followed the rules, they would be granted the right to settle permanently. However, under the new Labour government, under Prime Minister Keir Starmer's leadership, this waiting period has been proposed to be doubled to 10 years. This means that to acquire the same rights, individuals would now have to wait twice as long. And this change is crucial for millions of migrants, especially Indians, because since 2019, Indians have formed the largest group among non-EU long-term migrants in the UK. According to the proposal, only those who earn a very high income, that is £125,140 or more annually, will be able to obtain ILR within 3 years. This category includes individuals who hold a global talent or innovator founder visa, that is, high-skilled entrepreneurs and exceptionally skilled professionals. The next level includes those earning €50,270 or more annually who will be granted ILR in 5 years. But for everyone else, the default waiting period will be set at 10 years. That is, a typical IT worker, a retail worker, a driver, or any person with an average income will now have to wait for 10 years. But this is not all. According to the proposal, in some cases, this waiting period could extend beyond 10 years. For example, individuals who rely on public funds or state assistance may have to wait up to 20 years for ILR. Moreover, those who overstay their visas, that is, whose visas have expired but who could not leave the country on time, may have to wait up to 30 years. These provisions are harsh, and the UK government argues that these measures are meant to discourage people who live illegally or do not comply with the rules. Additionally, the new proposal includes several new eligibility conditions. Every applicant must now have to show an income of at least £12,750 per year for a continuous period of 3 to 5 years. Along with this, knowledge of English will be a mandatory requirement, and any government debt or outstanding taxes will affect ILR eligibility. These conditions indicate that the UK now wants to prioritize migrants who are economically strong and who contribute significantly to the country's economy. However, the biggest blow has been to the group that the UK itself encouraged to come, the health and social care workers. After the pandemic, there was a severe shortage of healthcare workers in the UK, and so between 2022 and 2024, about 616,000 healthcare workers and their dependents moved to the UK. The largest number of these migrants were from India, but now the same government says that these workers will have to wait 15 years for ILR. Imagine someone working tirelessly in hospitals, saving lives, doing 12-hour shifts at low wages, and they will not get stability for 15 years. Not only that, the UK has now closed this health visa route, stating that these workers were being exploited. For families, the situation will be even tougher, as under the new proposal, spouses and adult dependents will no longer qualify for ILR based on the main applicant's income. Previously, if the husband earned enough, the wife could qualify for ILR based on his income. But now, the spouse will have to meet their own qualifying years and conditions separately. This means family members may get ILR at different times and live in uncertain conditions for many years. The most controversial and sensitive issue, however, is the retrospective application of these rules. That is, people who are already living in the UK, whose plans were based on a 5-year timeline, whose visas, jobs, and homes were all set according to these rules, could now come under the scope of the new rules. This is especially controversial because in 2008-2009, when the government extended the qualifying period for highly skilled migrants from 4 to 5 years, the UK High Court stuck it down, citing the principle of legitimate expectation. This principle means that a migrant who enters a country based on certain rules cannot have those rules changed midway, affecting their rights. Even though the UK Parliament is supreme, most immigration rules are not implemented through acts of parliament, but rather through statements of changes, and these can be challenged in the courts. Therefore, it is very likely that the new rules will end up in court and the legal battle could drag on for a long time. Currently, the UK has initiated a public consultation process starting from November 20th, which will remain open until February 12th. This means that these rules are not final yet, but the direction is very clear. The UK now wants to make the path to permanent residency longer and harder, especially for those with relatively low income or those whose economic contribution is considered less important in the UK's eyes. This change could also be politically motivated, such as reducing immigration, calming social pressures, and adjusting economic priorities within a new framework. The dreams, plans and roadmaps of many Indian families are about to change. This proposal is set to become a significant political, legal and social issue in the coming months, and it is particularly important for Indians to understand that the UK no longer wants to keep the path to permanent settlement as easy as it once was. Now let's end the discussion with today's question. In the proposed UK ILR model, higher economic contribution has been prioritized. In this context, discuss how modern migration policies are shifting from humanitarian migration to economic efficiency migration.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.